Hello, hello. Well, let's kick things off by producing another part in the bar stool project. So far in the past videos, we've produced the backrest, the arm supports, the vertical supports, and legs. We only got 2 parts left, and this is the second to last. In this video, we are going to be producing the footrest. So let's go walk through how that's done on the Maverick 4x4 CNC system. This footrest is a pretty straightforward part. It's a single component, runs one cutter, one program, and it's done. But I still want to share some of the decisions I made and why. Now, this part being held down on the horizontal work surface is using the exact same low pro clamp fixtures with the T-slot table that we've been using throughout the entire project. I can keep the same XY0 throughout the entire process, and all I have to do is adjust the clamp's lengths and widths to accommodate different part sizes. When I was mounting the blank, I made sure the grain was going from left to right along the X-axis. And this is to match the orientation of what I'm planning to do with the double-sided seat in the next video, so that when the project comes together, the grain is pointing in the same direction. Now, the first process here is done really quick, and that is creating these round pockets in 3 different sections. And what I did here is I was pre-planning to reduce any tear out while cutting out the footrest. We'll see that as we add the flat pockets, these are going to be exposed corners where those 3 round pockets were located. And while cutting out the final shape of the seat, this guarantees that the material on those exposed edges won't be caught and torn out during the last cutting procedure. Now, the rest of the joinery are those flat pocket sections that will seat directly into the inner corners of those legs. However, that inner corner that this is joining to has a radius to it. So to ensure that this can actually seat properly, I've actually cleared out additional corner sections on the left and right side of these pockets for all 3 of these joints. Just to make it so I don't have to come back and chisel out any corners, it's just removing the excess material that could get in the way. Now, in the other videos when cutting out the shapes of my parts, I did a lot of conventional cutting. That's because I was cutting out the entire part out of a blank, so there were no exposed edges. Here, though, I've already pre-cut the joinery on 3 sections, and so those have exposed edges just in those little areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my cutting direction to climb mill to cut out the shape of this footrest. Now, the cutter I'm using here is the same one that has been used to cut out all the horizontal components for the project, and that is the 3/8 down spiral cutter from Magnate. Gives me a lot of advantages of minimizing my tear out on the top face, and I cut out this 1¼ inch thick component in 4 passes at around 200 inches a minute. And to use the same cutter to do all the joinery as well as the clearance passes before we cut it out, made this really quick with 1 tool. The next segment of this video, I want to point out how to correct imperfections in the part. Here, when I flip the blank over, you can see the shoulder that is going along the entire width of the blank. And that's because the glue up wasn't done perfectly, and the planer I had wasn't large enough to handle the blank after being glued up. So there's lots of ways to fix that, but I'm going to show you how I did this using the CNC machine. Now, to hold down this unique shape, which kind of looks like a cutout of the Millennium Falcon, we're going to hold this down using the same low pro clamp fixtures. So by orienting a flat edge of that component up to the backers of the low pro clamps, I can now pivot and reposition the actual clamps to be along the angled face and arched face to hold the part in place. And now we can quickly surface this using that 1¼ inch surfacing cutter, which is order number 2704 from Magnate, magnate.net. Now, a couple tips on surfacing. Because I have all these exposed edges of the finished part that's already been cut out, I don't want to have any tear out along those edges. So what I did is I ran around the entire perimeter first in a climb mill direction, and then we can proceed to surface the rest of the part. Now, the rastering is also important. The best way for any cutter to approach wood is for the cutter to follow along the grain of the wood. Now, the grain used to go along the X-axis left to right when we were cutting this out of the original blank. But now that we've kind of twisted it to put it in these low pro clamps, I needed to change the raster angle from 0, from going left to right, to now at the 60-degree angle. That way it follows the grain and gives us a cleaner surface finish. A single-sided part, one and done. Now, the joinery that attaches the footrest directly to the legs, I'm unable to actually test fit that right now because I don't have the 1/4-inch radiuses on the edge of the legs yet, because I have to glue those up with the vertical supports first. Now, we'll have a separate video on how all the assembly is going to come together for the dry fit, and we'll cover all of those concepts. Now, we would love to hear your suggestions about how you would attach the footrest directly to the base of those legs for this bar stool. So please leave your comments down below. Last part we need to make is the double-sided seat. And so that will be the next video, so keep an eye out for that. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.